As measles cases continue to pop up across the country, local health leaders are urging people to make sure they are up to date on their vaccines. Many locations offer the shot, including the pharmacy inside Fred Meyer and QFC's. ARC Seattle's Bethany Henderson spoke with Fred Meyer pharmacist Kayla Hensley about the importance of getting a vaccine.
Joining us today is Fred Meyer pharmacist Kayla Hensley. With measles cases on the rise globally and vaccination rates declining, why is the MMR vaccine so critical?
Yeah, thank you. That's such a great question. Fred Meyer is so passionate about making sure that our communities have access to vaccines because they're such a great way, a simple way to prevent the spread of disease and truly prevent your risk of contracting the disease. So we're really encouraging everyone out there, if you're really not sure about your vaccine status, you have questions about the vaccine or whether it's right for you, stop in and talk with one of our pharmacists. They're incredibly accessible and they're happy to talk with anybody truly to make sure that you're up to date on all your vaccinations, but certainly that MMR vaccine in particular with all the cases that are rising nationally right now.
And that brings me to my next question. So, how often should someone get the MMR vaccination? I know that, 2 doses increase protection up to 97% against measles. So, just kind of the time frame of the shots.
Yeah, great question. So it is a 2-dose series. If you've received one dose, we never go back and repeat that dose in order to get you up to date. So you can get that second one and then you would be considered complete. In general, right now, there's not a recommendation to revaccinate. So if you know and have proof that you received those 2 vaccines, we wouldn't generally revaccinate you. However, there are some certain cases where a physician would recommend that you check your immunization status. This is typically a blood test to see that you did mount and continue to have that immunogenicity that the vaccine provides to you. And if that test comes back showing that you don't, then we can absolutely revaccinate you, and that would be indicated at that time. So, and again, those are great questions that if anybody is concerned about their particular cases and what type of medical treatment might be right for them, our pharmacists are there to kind of help navigate that.
And how can someone get vaccinated at a Fred Meyer or a QFC?
Oh, this is outstanding question. We take walk-ins, so whenever it's convenient for you, you could be picking up some produce from our fantastically fresh produce department, or you might be grabbing a quick, easy dinner, and it's easy for you to pop on over to our pharmacies. We take walk-ins. You can fill out the paperwork right there and get vaccinated. If it's more convenient for folks to get a scheduled appointment, we do that as well, and you can fill out the consent form online. So it makes it real easy for you to walk in and say, hey, I made an appointment and I'm here to get vaccinated.
And is there anything else you'd like to say regarding measles? I know there's a lot of myths out there and just a lot of he says, she says when it comes to the measles.
Yeah, there certainly has been a lot of information and it can be really challenging, I think, as a parent to kind of sort through that and make the right decision for you and your child. Certainly our children are so important and valuable and beautiful little beings. I have 2 little girls myself. And so what I would just tell people is don't be afraid to ask the questions and say, hey, I read this online and I don't know what to think about it. And bring that up with a healthcare provider. Talk with one of our pharmacists. That's what we're here for. That's why we went into healthcare is to help people really navigate all of the information that's out there. So don't be afraid to ask the question.
Perfect. Well, lots of great information from Kayla, a pharmacist at Fred Meyer. Thank you for joining us on ARC Seattle.